It's time once again to slip into your camo, grab your bow, and join us out in the field for another episode of the Up North Journal, presented by PSE Archery. The Up North Journal crew is knocked and ready to rock for another exciting adventure. So let's step outside and hit the trail.
This episode is brought to you by PSE Archery,
Black Eagle Arrows,
Cabelas,
Antler Action,
Spot Shooter Archery,
Tom's Custom Turkey Calls,
Family Traditions Tree Stands,
Badass Slingshots,
and Mossy Oak.
Welcome back to another episode of the Up North Journal, everybody. I'm your host, Mike Adams, and we're not in the cabin, and I'm with Dan DeFall. What's up, man?
We are out on the road. It's that time of year.
Yeah, like Willie Nelson again.
Yes, we are on the road again.
Yeah. So we are at Cabelas in Saginaw for the Bow Hunting Classic. It is, man, it's getting to be that time of year already.
Is this year not flying by or what?
Man, it's like in the rearview mirror almost.
Well, technically,
over half it is.
You know, it is, and but it's never too late to start thinking archery. That's why we're having the Archery Classic here.
Bow Hunting Classic
here at Cabelas, and it's the last week of July.
Exactly. Yep. And what do you think about traffic so far?
Traffic, actually, we started off the morning really good.
As soon as they opened the door, bang. I had a customer in.
We've had a couple of customers looking
at
bows.
Grandpa coming in, and he brought his two grandsons in. The grandpa and grandma did, and getting them kids set up with some arrows for some recurves. He told me, did you hear the story?
No, I did not hear the story.
The boys, they were helped out at their local church. They were down, actually the church went down to Tennessee to do some work. And because the boys helped out for the weekend, somebody down in Tennessee down there give each boy a recurve bow. For
really?
Helping. Yeah. So,
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and they had a few arrows, but they come in looking for arrows. That was what they were looking for, that and field points. So, yeah, we got them all set up with that, and they were good to go.
And the next couple of customers, one customer walked out with a bow, and another one's getting tuned up for a new bow.
Yeah, it's he's back there right now getting his bow tuned up. We had a young guy come in and bought a PSC Brute field ready to go package and case, or the field points, the broadheads, the bowstring wax, a new release.
He's ready to go.
Arrows, yeah, the whole 9 yards.
I did hear the story with him that he put out a feeder in his trail camera, and he's already got pictures of some bucks on it.
Yeah, so he's all fired up and ready to rock and roll. So
you know that's all part of it. You know, and he's 16 years old, just getting his first bow, and
fired up.
That's what we need. We need more young people in the sport.
Absolutely. You know, that's the one thing that we try to really encourage is getting kids out and getting them started. And you and I have done that. The other guys here on the team doing the same thing. Randy Duncan, you know, he's got his kids shooting over at Land O'Lakes.
They actually got their first trophy.
Really? That's right. I did see a picture on our Facebook page. That's right.
And they had smiles bigger than the picture.
So that's it's all encouraging seeing a lot of new people get involved in archery, and that's what we're all about. But speaking of Land O'Lakes, they got some stuff coming up. That's a local.
And if you like to shoot targets, which is it's a local archery club. Yep.
Randy actually stopped up here today, but before we get him on, why don't we go ahead and we'll take our first break? That way we'll save everything here for towards the end of the show, and we'll pack it full. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, well, let's step outside, and we'll be right back after this.
We know the future of hunting depends on our nation's youth. But did you know that in many states, it's illegal for you to take your son or daughter hunting until the age of 12 or even older? As a result, we have fewer young hunters, and the Families Afield program is designed to eliminate those barriers. Hunting is safe, and the safest hunters afield are young people with adult mentors. Visit our website at familiesafield.org to find out how you can bring more families afield.
Back, second segment, sitting here in Saginaw in Cabelas. You know, this place just kind of grows on me. I love being here.
I love this store. Then again, I'll take any Cabelas. I seem to be kind of doing my bucket list as I seem to go places. I seem to seek out a Cabelas and go there.
It's kind of like, isn't that a Toby Keith song? Man, I love this store.
Exactly. Oh, no, well, close.
Close, okay.
We'll have him revise the words for us when we talk to him.
What are you laughing at, Randy?
Nothing.
Hi, Randy. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, we're doing our thing here, you know. You've been up here watching us work, man. We've been hitting it hard.
Yeah, I've seen some people walk out with bows, arrows, a little bit of archery equipment. That makes me pretty happy.
That's what it's all about. Well, you're here today to talk about a place that you've joined here lately and talking about some of the things you got coming up. Actually, I'm just going to hand you the mic because I'm tired of going back and forth with this.
Actually,
you're eventually going to grab it from me anyway, so I'm going to let Danny talk to you about this.
Actually, we're going to talk about the Land O'Lakes 100, which is similar to another archery shoot, but it's going to be local in our own area. It's August 27th and 28th, which just happens to be the same weekend as Bowfest at Spot Shooters.
Right on. Well, listen here. I tell you what. Take the mic. We got a customer back here. I'm going to go help out. You guys talk for a minute.
All right, let's talk to Randy here. And hey, Randy, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
He left us all alone.
Oh boy, what is he getting? What's he thinking?
Exactly. So, all right,
Still hear you guys. So
That doesn't matter.
go away. Thank you.
We talk about you when you're here.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you know what? August 27th and 28th coming up. Obviously, we're having Bowfest at Spot Shooters on Saturday. But this is both days, Saturday the 27th and Sunday the 28th, and this is 100 targets.
Yes. Yep.
I got the flyer in front of me, and we're going to post this on our Facebook and our website. We're going to put this up there for people to see. It's both days from 8:30 to 4 and 8:30 to 3 o'clock. 100 targets. That's going to be a lot of shooting.
Yeah, it's 100 targets over 3 trails.
3 trails?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you set them up like that, obviously the thing is different lengths.
Yes, they go from 10 yards to, I think it's going to be about 50 yards is going to be our longest shoot.
Okay, 50 yards is the longest?
Longest shoot.
All different types of animal targets?
Yeah, most of them are all going to be North American targets. We have a couple dinosaurs and a couple novelty.
It's always good to shoot
targets.
at a dinosaur.
You know it.
It's always good to do that.
But most of it's going to be mostly North America stuff. Hogs, deer, turkeys, antelope, elk.
Cool.
We've got some caribou.
You're going to have so along with 100 targets, let's see. You can shoot one day or both days.
Yep.
And then you can shoot it all at once or at your leisure, which means you can come back and forth.
Yeah, you can get a...
the 2-day pass?
Yeah, a 2-day pass.
Okay.
And you'll have a... Last year we had wristbands.
Okay.
To kind of signify if you're, shooting half, if you're shooting one day, if you're shooting...
Oh, okay. So you can identify and they'll know.
Yep.
And I see the price of that for the one day is 100 targets for $35, and also the unlimited weekend pass is for $50. So you get a pretty good savings if you go for both days and take it over 2 days.
Yep. And the nice thing about Land O'Lakes is that we have a few acres. I haven't marked it out, but we have areas where you can actually come and camp. So if you wanted to stay the whole weekend, you could come. It's primitive camping, so it's not...
And that's free.
Electric and water. Yeah, it's free.
That's cool. Free primitive camping for the weekend.
Yep.
So you can show up on Friday night and stay the whole weekend and get ready to shoot Saturday and Sunday.
Yep. And then with having the different trails, all of the trails circle back to the main clubhouse and practice area.
Okay.
So you really can't get lost. That also circles back to the camping area. So you could literally, if you're camping Friday night into Saturday, wake up, have everything squared away, start Saturday morning at 8:30 on Saturday, shoot. We have them colored blue, red, and white, I think is what we're using this year. I don't know if we're using the yellow.
And this is rain or shine?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, just to make sure, because I know sometimes things happen. And you can use compound, recurves, and longbows.
Yes.
No
crossbows.
Okay,
No,
so one stipulation if you're going to shoot this, no crossbows. I also see here the kitchen's going to be open both days, so you will have food and drink on site.
Yes.
Excellent. Man, this is going to be like the one-stop shopping archery practice weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then we have practice targets from 10 yards in 5-yard increments all the way up to, I think it's 70 yards.
Okay, cool.
So if you wanted to, let's say you were at Bowfest, you bought a new bow, you bought some arrows, whatever, and you wanted to test them out before going out to shoot the course, you could come shoot the practice area, and there'll be and
you know what?
There's going to be members all over the place helping out. So if you have questions or something, just stop somebody.
Okay.
Everybody's pretty friendly there, so.
Excellent. And that's a good point. And this is only a few miles away from Spot Shooters. So,
oh yeah,
you go to gyms, you check it out, maybe pick up some new arrows, maybe a new bow or whatever you're going to pick up. Go over to Land O'Lakes and shoot them right away.
Yep. And also, with it being that close, you go to Land O'Lakes, you're shooting, you find something that's not right or just doesn't feel right, you can stop back by gyms,
Exactly.
Have him
You know what?
make an adjustment.
and
And we have a couple other archery stores around that
right.
you can stop back by too.
Exactly. And I see here on the flyer, because I'm looking at the flyer, you can pre-register online and save.
Yes, I think it's a $5 discount.
Okay, so if you go to landolakesbowman.com, you
Yep.
can register for the event, and then you can get that. And you can also just come to the event as well. You're going to pay, like Randy said, $5 more to shoot the 35.
I think it's $5. You can go online and check the actual discount that you get. But yes, there is a savings to do it and to pre-register. And if, like you said, if you don't want to pre-register, or if you just happen to just wake up in the morning and want to shoot, stop by. Both days you can pay.
And you know what? I see on here the flyer. If you don't want to do the 100, you can do a one course of 33 for just $15.
Yep.
And you know what? That's pretty cool too, because if you're going to go out there and you don't want to shoot all 100, you got a different option.
Exactly.
You know,
and we've shot the R100 a couple times, and 50 targets is kind of a
yeah. After about 40, it starts to wear on you.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't imagine 100 at one time.
Yep.
But I do see that also 12 and under are free.
Yep.
That's cool. And seniors will get a discount.
Yes.
So that, come on out. Like I said, I'm going to be checking this place out myself because I'd like to join. So I'm going to get Randy to give me a tour here to go over there and take a look at this place, because this place is for me, it's a local area, and it gives me a place to shoot. And are you guys still shooting on Thursday nights?
Yes. Every Thursday up until October. So we have all of August and all of September. Every week, Thursdays from 5 to about 7:30.
Okay.
Depending on traffic. We shoot, it's 15 to 18 targets, whatever the guys want to throw out at that time. And it's the same course that we're going to shoot for the 100. So it varies. We have a real hilly part of the club.
Right.
So some weeks it's over there. Some weeks it's on the little flatter part. Some of it's in the pines. So every week is a little different.
Okay, so if you go 3 weeks in a row, it'll be like 3 different times.
Yeah, and if we do end up reusing one of the trails, we vary it. There's probably 2 different shooting lanes set up for each target.
Okay, cool. So again, if you're in the area on a Thursday night and you want to get out and shoot some 3D, definitely head over to Land O'Lakes. And again, we'll put the flyer up on our website and on our Facebook page. People can check it out. Get on over there. Get out there shooting. And that would be a weekend definitely to start thinking about October 1st around here.
Almost definitely.
But that's not the only place and only thing going on around here. You talked about the GLI?
Yes, the Great Lakes Longbow Invitational over in Hastings coming up August 11th.
Longbow, so it's going to be long. It's is this not the biggest in the area?
It's one of the biggest. They call it the granddaddy of all long traditional archery shoots.
Oh, okay. So if they're calling it that, it's definitely going to be big. This ain't going to be no small potatoes thing.
Probably around 500 shooters.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shooters. All shooting longbows.
Yeah. Well, adults have to shoot longbows. The kids can shoot longbows or recurves.
And are you going to this?
Yes. Actually, Land O'Lakes helps sets up.
Okay.
They partner with another archery club, and they bring over the targets and set up the course for the shoot.
Okay,
the GLI.
So they're helping out, and they're going to be getting on it. And 500 shooters.
How about that? Yeah.
Man, that's
good. Last few years has been
now,
about 500 shooters.
That's a 2-day event.
3 days: Friday, Saturday, and
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay,
yep,
good.
August 12th through the 14th.
Now that's something you shoot is a recurve.
Yes. Yeah, and I actually acquired a longbow.
Really?
It's not a PSE, but
what?
It's an older longbow. I actually picked it up at a garage sale for $20. The guy had it sitting in the back of the garage, and
you spotted it.
I spotted it. I'm like, hey, that kind of looks like a bow limb. And I got talking with the guy, and I'm like, how much you? He's like, no, I just want to get rid of it. I'm like, okay.
All right.
So I offered him
$20. Are you going to shoot in this event?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan that you're going to shoot.
That's the plan.
That is awesome. Do you know how many targets this one is? This shoot, offhand?
Anywhere from 50 to 75 targets. Yeah.
That's cool though. But
and then they have a ton of other things going on, and it's in Hastings, Michigan, at the historic Charlton Park.
Okay. And you know what we'll do on our website and our Facebook page, we'll put this information up so people can click on the link. I'm sure there's a website you can go to and get more information on this.
Yep. MichiganLongbow.com MichiganLongbow.org is the actual website that
is the
you
website
can go for the information.
And then you can probably pre-register and do all that stuff that you need to go for that shoot. And that date was
August 12th through the 14th.
So that's in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So you're going to be getting ready. You've been practicing?
I've been practicing.
Okay. Because I've been seeing your posts. I know your kids got their first archery award.
Yes, we speaking of Land O'Lakes, we were they have a winter and a spring summer youth archery class, I guess is
okay.
Similar to Joad.
Yep.
The junior archer, junior Olympic archer something. Anyways, so they spent the last 3 months in archery class once a week, and they did pretty well. Nolan, our youngest, actually he did the most improvement. He jumped right from the 10-yard mark right to 20.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so he was pretty excited because
absolutely, because 20 yards to him is a long ways.
And he told me, he's like, "Well, Daddy, if I start shooting 20, that means that we can go hunting."
Uh-oh.
I'm like,
he's gonna put Dad on the hook here.
All right, buddy. We'll put the iPad and the video games down, and we'll go hunting.
Absolutely.
So,
when they want to do that, jump on it, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And they've really showed a lot of interest in it. So because a lot of the other sports that we've done, I usually get halfway through. It's like, do we have to go?
But this is a little different.
Oh yeah, buddy, we got to go. But yeah, this time around, it was, when Monday would hit, it's, Daddy, is it 5 o'clock yet?
Okay, so Mondays you were doing this class.
Yeah, Mondays at 6. It was from 6 to 8.
Okay.
And there was a good group of kids. We had probably 25, 30 kids.
Okay.
That would come.
That's so good to see, getting the young kids involved in archery, something that doesn't require a phone, an iPad, or an internet connection.
Yep, exactly.
Like we've talked about before, it's being able to get them to disconnect from what's going on and just kind of, it focuses them in on something else.
Yeah, and it's funny you say focus, because that was one of the main things that archery was teaching the kids, on top of having fun. So it wasn't, on some of the other sports, you got some of the parents that get uber strict or want to live through them.
Yep.
Where sometimes I was watching parents get more excited when the kids would hit the 10 ring than the actual kid.
Than the kid does.
Because the kid wouldn't see it, and then the parents would start jumping up and down because the kid hit the 10 ring. Or we'd go up to score, and they'd see that their arrows were in the 10 ring, or even 6 or 8, that they hit the target. And it's just like, all right, awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah,
and that's so good to hear. Just, I've been watching you through Facebook. We've been talking and watching the kids going out every Monday and doing this. And when you showed the pictures of them getting the awards, you could see the smile on their face that they've accomplished something.
Oh yeah, and that also the last class at every session is kind of like a fun shoot.
Okay.
So this time around, in the wintertime, they set up 3D targets inside the clubhouse, and pop balloons and what have you.
Oh, okay.
Well, this time around, we acquired a helium tank.
Uh-oh.
And we put a bunch of balloons up on a string and sent them up in the air, and we got a 5-gallon bucket full of flu arrows, and each kid got 4 arrows, and at every 4-yard targets, so from 10 to 20 yards, they had their set of balloons to hit, and from 20 to 35, they had their set of balloons to hit, and each kid got, I think it was 4 or 5 flu arrows, and you got to take out the balloons. So the kids got to
not just shooting something down on the ground, but shooting something in the air. And
yep, it started out with balloons on the practice targets, and they shoot those a couple times, and then The grand finale was shooting for these flu arrows at the balloons. So it was just similar to hitting birds out in the air.
Absolutely,
so,
going after pheasants, birds, whatever.
Yep. And some of the more advanced kids that had compounds, they were shooting ping pong balls. They were putting ping pong balls out on the target range, and they had to shoot the ping pong balls. And yeah, it was good. And then you could see where that was becoming a competition.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to see. Like we're seeing it here at Cabelas with a few of the customers. We had a couple youngsters in here. We've had a 16-year-old buying his first bow. So getting that younger generation into this archery is great. Getting them into the archery, if not hunting, at least the archery part.
Yeah.
So it's a cool thing. So are they going to do the next class?
That's the plan. Is they were already talking about when's the winter.
Oh, when's the winter class?
Yeah, when's the winter class?
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. So cool. Well, Randy, other than that, talking about Land O'Lakes, August 27th and 28th. The GLI, which is August 12th, 13, and 14.
Yep.
Go get on out this month. Obviously, month of August is here. We're just finishing up July. Come on out, do some shooting. If not local, maybe get over to Hastings for a traditional shoot. And remember, get your August 27th reminds me that I mentioned the date. Spot Shooters Archery. Randy will be there.
Bowfest, yep.
We'll all be there. UNJ will be there. So come on out. And again, Randy, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And that'll do it for this segment. Stay tuned for the next segment of our show. Thanks.
So what do you do when you've completely redefined the way bows are engineered? When you've reached the pinnacle and the band starts playing your victory song, you start a revolution out of thin air. Introducing the all-new PSE Carbon Air, engineered with true carbon technology to be the lightest high-performance bow in the world. Experience PSE. Experience performance.
We know the future of hunting depends on our nation's youth. But did you know that in many states, it's illegal for you to take your son or daughter hunting until the age of 12 or even older? As a result, we have fewer young hunters, and the Families Afield program is designed to eliminate those barriers. Hunting is safe, and the safest hunters afield are young people with adult mentors. Visit our website at familiesafield.org to find out how you can bring more families afield.
Back for another segment of our show, and we're still at Cabelas, and those guns are driving me crazy.
Yeah, the little pop guns?
Yeah, those little pop guns.
You got to love those things.
You know you're in a Cabelas when that happens.
Yeah, pop, 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 pop. You know what? It wasn't kid. It was one kid and an adult.
Was it really?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't say that over my shoulder.
Yeah, it was. I think the son and the mom having a war.
Leave it to the adult,
right,
to get into trouble.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Well, speaking of trouble, how much trouble did you leave me in here the last segment? I just got back.
You know what? You just got back from the last segment, and I think, yeah, you're going to like it.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I've yet to listen to that
just
part.
Just don't worry about all the emails you're going to get.
Okay.
And don't worry about the phone calls.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I appreciate it.
I just gave him your number and something like that.
All right. Well, what do you want to talk about this segment?
You know what? We got an announcement coming up. Oh, we're going to do the announcement right now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
As you know, and if you've been around listening to the podcast for the last year or so, 7 months, 8 months, actually since the last Bowfest, so it'd be a year.
That's right.
At Bowfest last year, we ran into a group of people selling lemonade when it was raining.
It was.
And so we had a tent, and so we brought the 4-H Wildcats under our tent.
Mm-hmm.
And that started a conversation.
That has now led to?
That led to this. We're bringing on a new team member, the leader of the 4-H Wildcats, Robin Althaver, and she's going to join our staff as a writer, pretty much, and whatever else we can get her in trouble to.
Yeah, we can create some trouble.
And so I figured we'd bring her on board, and we talked about this. Well, we've been talking about it for a few months. And without further ado, Robin, welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
So you are now. We talked about this because you want to get into the outdoors.
Yes.
Well, you're going to get into the outdoors now because with that, we're going to have you writing. And stay tuned this week. We'll have her first blog out, so be looking for that. We'll have it on our website, and we'll post it on Facebook. I hope you're excited, because we are excited to have you.
I'm very excited to be here.
Because
part of the team.
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
I talked with Mara. And
Especially working with Danny.
Hey, come on now. Give me benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah, well, go back and listen to the first segment because I have an idea that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. But anyways, no, Mara's excited to have you on board, as long as Mike and I, and we want to have you and do some writing for us and take us along on your adventure. Because you started this adventure with your 4-H thing.
Yes.
And that's kind of transpired into various different things that you're going to be adventuring, and you're going to start hunting this year.
Correct.
Are you ready for it?
As ready as I'm going to be.
You've been practicing, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. But, yeah, no, we're going to bring you on board. Hopefully you'll be attending all the events that we'll be at. You saw Randy was here today.
Yep.
You're here today at Cabelas. This is just part of being in the outdoor family that we all go through, and Mike and I have been doing this for a number of years now. But give us a little bit of background of you and what you're going to bring to the table, because you're new to this, and this is the part I love about this whole concept that I came up with.
It's a
Mike.
clean slate.
It is a clean slate.
No bad habits.
No bad habits. No preconceived notions. So you're a clean slate.
Yep.
So what's the name of your first blog going to be called?
Following my arrow.
Following Your Arrow. And that is, I've already read it, and Mike's already read it, and it's going to tell a story that I think is going to be pretty cool for our listeners and readers to look at.
Yes.
Because you're following your arrow, literally, but you were kind of forced into following your arrow by a little one.
Yes. Yes. My.
Was it more of a dare, or was it more of a, come
Peer
on, Mom,
pressure.
or peer pressure, there you go.
Maybe peer pressure, but I think it was she thought I couldn't do it.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, because I read the blog, and I'm like, I was trying to picture the conversation that you two had, and I was like, was it more of a, I can do it, you can't do it, or is it, come on, Mom, I'm doing it? It just, so you're starting to write about that. So
She
that
definitely thought like, oh, you were gonna love this, but she really wasn't thinking that I'd love it as much as I did.
and you do love it.
Yes, absolutely.
And you know it, and kudos to you for doing the 4-H thing. I was out there Thursday night when you presented some awards.
Yes.
And those awards from the Oakland County Fair Shoot.
Correct.
And 4 ladies got 3 first place and a 3rd place. Is that?
Yep. And then Erin, who wasn't there, she got a 2nd place.
Oh, okay. There was one missing.
Yes, there was
Okay.
one missing. So the one category of compound all ages shooters, so that's 9 to 19, the Wildcats took 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place.
And this all started, this 4-H whole thing, and we've had you on the show talking about this, but you being in charge of this, and it's growing. You've got a waiting list and
Yes.
everything.
Yep.
And that is so cool. And then Thursday night, Megan
Yes,
got
Megan.
a Robin Hood.
Yep.
And I took a picture of that so I can show Mike, because Mike's never gotten one.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I think there's a little jealousy in our house, too.
Yeah, I heard over our shoulder somebody crying about it, basically. You were crying. Okay, you were whining. But no, welcome to the team. We're glad to have you. And I hope we kind of help you go down your dreams of following your arrow into the outdoor family. Because me personally, what I've taken away from this is the coolness factor of being able to talk to all these people, and whether you're going to write about it or be on video about it, it's a cool thing. And I hope we come up with your expectations and can help you. That's the most important thing, because it is fun. And, of course, you'll find out with me and Mike. It's all about fun.
If it's not, then it's working. I don't want to do that. I don't like working.
Exactly. So do you have any expectations that you want to see going forward besides following your arrow?
You know, it's like it's kind of, it's in there in my first blog, but, you know, I'm just looking for that building that mentor relationship. I think that's important for anybody starting into any program, and so that's why I was, you know, when you approached me at BowFest and it all kind of just came out, I was just like, you know, this is really good. I'm really excited about this because this is what I needed. Like I said, you know, my husband doesn't hunt, doesn't have an interest in it, but he's like, go for it, ladies. You know, that's what you want to do.
Absolutely. And hopefully he might be running a camera for you. You might have to drag him out there.
There you go.
But no, the whole 4-H thing, the whole conversation at Bowfest is just, like you said, you'll find the niche, and it's like, this is really cool to do. And, of course, Mara loved the lemonade. She's like, that was really good lemonade.
You guys bring that back this year?
Actually, no. We're going to have baked goods. And
They're going to have baked goods and helping UNJ under the UNJ tent at Bowfest.
August 27th, Spot Shooter Archery, Holly, Michigan.
That's right. And if you get out there to spot shooters, check out going to Land O'Lakes for their 100 archery target shoot that we talked about in the other segment when you weren't here.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
So you can kind of do both in the same day. Come over and get set up if you need anything, and then get over and do some shooting.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Robin will be there or won't be there.
it's probably not going to be
Because you're
there.
going to be coming from a trip from out west.
Yes.
A bucket list trip.
Yep.
Where are you going?
Banff, and then we're going over to Glacier.
So she's going out west.
Very nice. Is this like a pre-scouting for a trip out west to do some hunting at some point, maybe?
In the national parks, probably not.
Well, you could. Just don't get caught. No, just kidding.
Oh,
But along
great.
the-
Teach her the bad habits. There went that clean slate.
There's lots
buddy.
of animals out there. You can go out there and
Just don't put a bison in your back seat.
there you go. Right. But no, while you're out there, you might be able to find some areas up there, public areas, and you might say, maybe one day I'd be able to make a trip out here and take the kids and go hunting.
Absolutely.
So
Take the kids.
yeah,
Take us.
Yeah, well, take us too. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
kids.
Your kids.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Well, now getting back to the people who won the awards at the 4-H, what happens with those people now? Do they go to a state competition?
Some of them are, yes. Erin, Ella, and Zena are. Melissa did not place, but she is going. And same thing with Allie. And then the other Megan. Yep. They're all going to the state shoot next week.
Okay, that's next week. Now, if they were so inclined to win the state shoot, is there a national shoot?
There is a national shoot. They're already slated for this year, so we'd have to see about the following year. Yep.
Okay, I got you.
And where's this year's state shoot?
This year's state shoot is in center line of Calhoun County. It's over in Bellevue.
Okay, that's next weekend, so we'll have to wait and get a report back on that.
You better believe
Yeah,
we will.
Right on.
That's the whole part of this outdoor thing.
Now, looking ahead too, at the hunting side, what we were talking about, if you get ideas on stand placement, a piece of property you're looking at, anything like that you're ready to start work on?
Yep, we have actually talked about the place where the Wildcats practice. That homeowner has actually said, you know what, Robin, if you want to hunt there, you guys can come. So I think we'll probably take them up on that. There's also a small piece of state land not too far from our house that Dan spotted, and my husband and I have gone out there and looked at it a couple of times. So
Oh, did you go out there and look at it?
we wandered over there, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Little bit of scouting, pre-scouting, checking things out.
And that was using the Michigan DNR MI Hunt website.
Nice. Okay, so you come across it that way.
Yeah, I
Very
was
nice.
just kind of looking in the area because we talked about this when we're starting your journey to hunt.
Yes.
And I said, let's look local, and I was looking local, and that exactly played into what helping find new areas when you don't have a private area. This played right into that role, and it was perfect. So it was really cool, and I just let her know about it, and I'm glad you went over there. Now, did you see any sign over there? Were you over there recently?
It's been about a month and a half.
Okay. Probably getting closer into September. Might have to go over there and rewalk it and see if we can't see anything.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll check out the homeowner and maybe get a camera up or two.
Yeah.
Now, are we thinking ground blind, or are we thinking tree stand? What comfort level wise? What do you plan on hunting at? What type of hunting you plan on doing?
I haven't really determined that until we've fully determined where we're going to. I am fairly comfortable in the tree stand. Obviously, probably a little bit more comfortable from a ground blind, but I've done a little bit of shooting over at Land O'Lakes on the heights, and it's not bothering me.
Either way, if we get to the landowner where they shoot the 4-H, and if we
Right.
can hunt there, either way it should be good.
Okay. Well,
I was standing there when I was there Thursday night, just kind of drooling at the tree stand placement.
yeah, Danny's already pinpointing locations for you.
Oh yeah, I was like, yep. And then all she's got to do is a little bit of homework, and I think you can put two and two together. Hopefully, it's going to come down to you now with the shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're going to be shooting what bow you're shooting?
The Fever 1 Pro.
There you go, shooting a PSE.
Gotta love it.
Absolutely. But No. So stay tuned for that journey as we go through that, because it's going to you started this last when we had you on last, and we just started talking about you hunting, and this is going to be fun.
Yep, holding me accountable. That was the whole reason that I agreed to start talking to you guys on a regular basis, is because I needed to be held accountable so that I actually went through with it and didn't just talk about it.
Well, you're going to go through with it, because I drove around the corner and saw a whole bunch of deer in the field, and I about drove off the road.
Well, and this is something I posted on my personal Facebook page this week, and talking about motivation and things, and holding people accountable. In order to finish something, you have to start, and you never get going if you don't start. And it's been that way with me with my exercise stuff. I've been out hitting the bike hard here lately, and a guy I work with, we've been holding each other accountable. You go to work. Did you do anything today? No. Well, why not? So yeah, I understand where you're coming from with that. When you tell somebody something like that, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to ask you about it the next time they see you. So I think that's important that we do. We kind of hold each other accountable on things.
Absolutely.
Even when it comes to hunting and practice.
And that's where the team aspect's going to come in here really good, because Mike holds me accountable, and of course I hold Mike accountable, and then Randy, and then you, and then Mara, and we work as a team. So I think you're gonna fit nicely into this.
I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you.
Okay, so let's look ahead. Let's look past deer season a little bit. Let's look to next spring. Archery hunting with turkeys, possibly?
I would love that. I've heard it's a bit of a challenge, but yeah, that's probably definitely high on my bucket list.
Okay, all right.
We can set that up easy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But we might have to get Randy in here to give her some wrestling lessons
he could
first.
he could give some wrestling tips, definitely, yeah.
Just in case the bow thing doesn't work out, you can always go wrestle a turkey.
You got to have options.
Exactly.
Got to have a backup plan.
Totally agree with you. And now that we know that's on our bucket list, we're going to hold her accountable for turkey season.
See, we got her to commit to this
exactly
on the podcast.
Yep.
So you're locked in for next year.
Yeah.
But you know what? What's nice about that is it's going to be getting warm, and it'll be nice to get outside.
Right on. Well, you've got your daughter here. You want to talk for a second? No, you don't want to talk? What was it like for you when your mom said, "Yeah, I'm going to try this archery thing with you"? I mean, how did that make you feel?
Excited, I guess.
You were glad that she's shooting with you. Has that made it easier for you to get out and do things? You think to get out and do your archery stuff?
Yeah.
And I heard you took a first place here, so you're going to the state shoot.
Yeah.
You ready to knock them down?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. All right. Well, good luck to you when you get out there. We know you're going to do well, and we're proud of you.
Yeah.
See? It's okay. So far, a little off topic, but have you noticed something kind of good going on today here at Cabelas?
What would be that, Danny?
The younger generation?
Well, it's been a running theme all morning long. First people we had into the store today, it was two young boys. Grandparents brought them in. Then a 16-year-old kid come in, and we got him set up with the PSE. And you had a younger guy. I wouldn't say he was a teenager, but a younger guy coming in. Most of the people we've taken care of today has been younger people.
And we talked to Randy about how he's got his two sons.
His kids involved, yeah.
At Land O'Lakes. And Robin here's
got people on a waiting list.
Yeah,
so
that's a good thing.
And I know 4-H is really geared towards the youth, but it's exciting and encouraging to be able to see people mentoring the youth and getting them involved in the outdoors. I think that's the one thing, send all your emails and letters and call me if you want. But this Pokemon Go thing, I don't get it. I understand it, and at least people are I understand them getting out. But we're talking virtual reality here. You want to talk about reality? Let's get out here and put some arrows in some targets, put some lead down range, hone your skills, and if you want, take that skill to the woods and hunt. Find out where your food comes from. Do those types of things. There's nothing wrong with playing games and having fun. I understand that, but this thing is just kind of taken over.
What was the theme of Cabelas last year? Disconnecting, right?
Disconnect. Yep.
Unplug the iPad, shut off the phone.
Yep. Just disconnect. I forget what the exact term was. Disconnect. It wasn't outdoors. I can't remember I have to look it up. But yeah, it was unplugging, getting away, putting down the phone, putting down the iPod, putting down the games, and getting out camping, fishing, hunting, hiking, kayaking, canoeing, whatever, horseback riding, all those things, and it's disconnect days. I think
days. Yes,
I think that's what it was.
It was you would disconnect yourself for a day or two and then come back and talk about it.
Yeah,
kind of like what we do here on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
We do our disconnect. Robin disconnects and does her shooting, and then now she's going to do some writing about it.
Yeah.
So she can disconnect and still write about it, and
Yeah.
we're going to hear all about it.
Yeah, and we don't want you to unplug completely because we want you to listen to the podcast and go to our Facebook page.
Don't unplug on those days.
Yeah, but really, do yourself a service and get out in the outdoors and spend time with your family and your friends. To me, it's therapy. That's my sanctuary. When I go up north, I was up north working last week on my deer stands, and all of a sudden the day's gone by, and I'm like, wow. And I worked hard. It was hot, and I got to a point of heat exhaustion almost, but I felt so good, like I accomplished something. I mean, I felt refreshed, my mind, and I think that's important for us. And I got to imagine with you shooting, that's kind of the same thing?
Absolutely. I like to shoot every day after work, just to,
Decompress.
Yep, absolutely. And it's actually funny that you mentioned the games, because last night I was at the fish fry at Oakland County Sportsman, and I was talking to a mom, and she said that her son, both of her sons got into archery, and now her older son shoots firearms, but she said that they looked for a source for them because they could do it on video games, and they wanted them to understand the reality of it and what it really is. And so now they have kids that compete in a few different types of things over there, but they absolutely said that was the problem. They were like on the video games and they were shooting, and they took them out to the firing range and they said this is what it really is, and the kids were a little surprised by that. The kickback and everything else that went with it, the noise, they were a little taken back by that. They weren't really expecting it to be like that. They thought, sure, it was completely like a video game.
And if they got shot, they could respawn and start again. It don't work that way.
Nope.
When video meets reality.
Right on.
Exactly what you just said.
Yep.
I didn't do good that game. I'm going to reset.
Yeah, and redo it. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, I grew up in that generation where we did that kind of stuff and played video games, but I never lost my connection with the outdoors. And I really think that the kids nowadays, I think they really need to connect and get back to that. Know where their food comes from. Understand, what taking a life is from an animal and what it means. That's how we put food on the table. All those things.
That and also with the girls going to the state shoot coming up,
Mm-hmm.
the practice that they were putting in the last however long,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to come down to shooting in a state shoot, and they're not going to be able to hit the reset button.
Right.
They got to shoot. So if they've been practicing, everything should go according to their plan.
And there's a payoff there. It's like, when you get done playing a video game, it's like, okay, I won, whatever. It's a thing flashing on a screen. Whereas all this time and effort you put into practicing, you execute that shot, and whether it's a Robin Hood or whether it's, hitting the bullseye and winning a tournament, there's that payoff. There's the accomplishment. There's the finish. You said earlier, you can't finish if you don't start. Well, these kids have started. And now they're looking at
beating their personal best. That's the thing. That's what we're going out there for. We're focusing on, okay, so you've been averaging 6 points an arrow right now. We want to see you at 7 or 8. Like, that's your personal win, too.
I look at, it's funny you mentioned that, because when I go and shoot like the R100, I really don't care. I don't look at scores of other people. Or, even in our group, I don't pay attention to that. What I'm looking at is my end game. And when I get done, did I shoot better than I did last year? How has my shooting improved? If it hasn't, I hold myself accountable. Is it because I didn't get out and shoot enough, or is it something else that I'm maybe doing wrong? There's a reason why, and that's what I try to figure out, make my game better, and do that service to an animal when I launch that arrow.
Exactly, and that's the whole part of this, that you just, going back to it, your personal best. Don't worry about anybody else.
Right.
Because the only person that's going to affect you is you.
Exactly. And we all like to win things, and be the best at something, but you got to try to better yourself along the way and be a better person. And and if that means an archery score or a firearm score, that's mean you're progressing, you're getting better at your skill at whatever you're trying to hone.
Yep, exactly.
I think it's important. So, but I think she's going to hold us accountable. We're going to have to hone our writing skills. Yes, Danny, you're going to have to start writing again.
Oh, no, I'm okay with that.
I
need a good editor.
I can do that. I got so many stories in me that I want to tell, but the problem is the time. It just seems like this summer is already gone.
Yeah.
There's so many things I want to do and I want to say and I want to put out there. I want to lay down video and tell stories that way creatively. It's just, I need to do this as a full-time job, I guess.
How do we do that?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm working on some things.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm working on some things. So,
nope, Robin, I hope you're glad. We're glad to have you on the team.
Absolutely, and we look forward to seeing your stories and look forward to hearing how you guys do on the shoot this coming week. So good luck to you guys.
I will be posting live every so often when I can. I'm going to be out on the 3D range for a little bit of it, and then I'll be over at the targets watching the rest of them. But I have one kid that's doing 3D, and then the other 5 that are going are doing target. So
When you say post live, are you going to live stream or just posting pictures?
I might do a little bit of both.
Okay, interesting. We'll have to see if we can't. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
depending on the
right,
service.
Right. Well, we'll have to see if we can't set some kind of link up or do something to connect to that so people can see how you guys are doing, follow you guys.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you this week.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to step outside, and we'll be back again here in the next segment. I think Danny's got somebody lined up that we're going to talk to.
Yep, we're going to, well, like we did last year in Ohio at Columbus, we're going to talk to some outfitters again.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to step outside, and we'll be right back after this.
The 2015 Dream Season Decree is a deadly combination of speed and precision. It's built for the moments when time stands still. When the only thing that will break the silence is an arrow slicing a clean path to the kill zone. The bow of your dreams is a nightmare for big game. This is PSE's Decree. Experience PSE. Experience performance.
We know the future of hunting depends on our nation's youth. But did you know that in many states, it's illegal for you to take your son or daughter hunting until the age of 12 or even older? As a result, we have fewer young hunters, and the Families Afield program is designed to eliminate those barriers. Hunting is safe, and the safest hunters afield are young people with adult mentors. Visit our website at familiesafield.org to find out how you can bring more families afield.
Hey, we're back. Last segment of the show, and actually it's day 2 here. We never finished up yesterday, so we brought all of our gear back, and we thought we would wrap up the show here on the last day of our visit.
Absolutely. Another visit here at Cabelas in Saginaw for the Bow Hunting Classic.
What'd you think about yesterday?
Oh, yesterday was awesome, dude. It was busy.
Busy.
Yeah.
A lot of bows, a lot of crossbows, a lot of gear, a lot of stuff going out the doors.
Things going out the doors, flying off the shelves.
Yeah.
It's
Good
a
time
good
back
sign.
here in the archery department, and the archery techs were wrenching on bows, and it was a good time.
We kept them busy.
And speaking of archery techs, we have with us
Nicole Holliday, who is one of the newer archery techs here at Cabelas, because Scott, who used to be here, left.
And it was her mentor, actually. Am I right?
Yes.
Nicole, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You've been here at Cabelas a little under a year now, you said?
Correct.
Okay. Why did you want to work at Cabelas, and more specifically the archery department? Do you have a background in archery?
Yes, a very long background in archery.
Okay, well, step back just a little bit. How did you get started in archery?
Well, actually it started, I was in middle school, and we were shooting with recurves in gym class, and I did so well, my gym teacher actually called my mom and told her that it would be a good idea to get me into it, and that's when I started.
Hello, this is the school. We need to talk to you about Nicole. What did she do now?
Yeah, exactly. That was my first thought. Uh-oh, the call from the school. Not a good one.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you your age, but let's step back to how long ago was that approximately when you started? Last 10 years? 15-ish?
About
15-ish years.
15 or longer.
Okay, was it National Archery in the School program or no?
No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering about what time, because I know that's been in schools now 10 years-ish, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been longer than that.
Okay, all right. So you're shooting recurve. Hey, she needs to do this. It's something pretty cool. She's good at it. Okay, so you started doing this, and did you have any formal training after that and go into anything, or did you just kind of take off?
We kind of just took off, and then I met Scott, and he kind of started working with me a little bit, and then we started classes from there, and I went from there.
Okay, Scott. Shrank. Yeah, and we've had him on our show.
We had him on last time we were at Cabelas when we were up here for the ladies' day.
Yeah, and he's no longer working here at the store, but he's got an extensive background in archery. So he was your mentor.
Correct.
Okay, and you started shooting competitively through his teaching?
Yes.
Okay, and where did that lead you to?
Well, I got many state championships. I was supposed to go to Junior Olympics, but couldn't afford it at the time. I actually had scouts looking at me for college, to go to college for them, and I kind of got out of it.
Okay, you met somebody special, and you had a family now, and okay, we all know how that works.
Yep, you know where that goes.
So, but you're here at Cabelas. How did that happen?
Well, actually, my friend Geneva that works here got a hold of me last year, and she knows about my archery background and how much I love it. And the manager had came to her about a job opening in archery, and she got a hold of me right away. I put in my application. Within 10 minutes, the manager was calling me for an interview, and within a week, I was hired.
It's like, hey, we need to get this person in here quick. They've got some experience. She loves it. She's got a passion for it, and then now here you are. What do you think about working in the archery department? What does that mean to you?
I love it. It's something that I've always wanted to do ever since I started. I always said I was going to do something with archery. That was going to be my career. And so when the job arose, I was right away. And I love it because I get to work with kids, women, men, everybody, and I can get anybody into it.
You call it your dream job.
Yes, very much so.
Now that's a person that loves their job.
Absolutely, and when you got a passion and you can make money at it, it's not always about the money. I mean, when you can do something that you really enjoy and make a go of it, that means even more, I think.
Absolutely. All right, so you're in the tech department for Cabelas. What's your favorite part about, besides working with the people? We understand that, but favorite part of working on a bow? Is it putting the sights on? Is it what's your favorite part?
Getting it all together and then finally taking that shot and everything working the way it's supposed to.
There you go. A good setup.
Absolutely. It makes all the difference in the world. Especially, I've got to imagine you get, and we've seen it this weekend, a lot of people coming in who maybe don't have a long history of shooting, and they're looking for a bow to get into archery, or they have no experience at it, but they want to get into the sport. And I got to imagine that once you get that set up for them and you see them take that shot and you see the smile on their face, that means everything.
Yeah, it's especially with the kids. The first time you get them kids set up and they hit where they're aiming, and just the look on their face is just completely priceless.
You've changed somebody's life, made an impact in it, and for years to come, you've also created another Cabelas customer that's going to keep coming back, buying gear. It's a win-win. It's a win for them, win for the company, win for you as well. So I just think that's awesome that you can put something together like that and make a go of it. Now, let's look ahead 5 years from now. Where do you want to take your archery skills to?
Well, hopefully I'll be back into my competition shooting. I would like to see about becoming pro staff and going that route and getting more depth into it.
Okay.
Getting deeper into her archery career.
Right on. Now, anybody listening now, you heard that. She's wanting to take this and advance this to the next level. So anybody's looking for somebody that's in the archery field, you're looking to put a female on staff.
There you go.
Come to Saginaw.
See Nicole back in the archery department.
So you want to get back into the shooting aspect. Now, are we talking 3D shooting? Are we talking paper shooting? What are we looking at?
The indoor target shooting.
Okay. Let's go in a different direction with archery. Do you hunt?
I have hunted. I haven't recently, but I would like to get back out in the woods.
Okay. You ready to get back out there and get after it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Does your husband shoot?
He never really did, but since he met me, he's getting more and more into it, and I've gotten him a bow and gotten it pretty much set up for him. So.
Wow, ladies, did you hear that? She bought her husband a bow.
That's right.
If you love your husband, get him out and buy him some gear at Cabelas.
Absolutely. Get him a bow, and now that it's going to almost be a competition between you two.
Yeah, but he knows he won't win.
There we go.
Now, what about you, boy or girl? You got a daughter or son? Little girl. Okay. Is this something that you look forward to getting her involved with as well?
We have already started.
How old is she?
She's 5.
Okay, definitely old enough to start shooting then. Okay, and how does she take into it?
Oh, she loves it. Every time she sees my bow, she's, Mama, I want to shoot, let's go, and she's into it completely.
Are you thinking competition shooting for her possibly?
In the future, yes.
Okay, all right.
A family of archers.
Absolutely. That is cool. That is cool.
That's the thing about getting a whole family of archers. But a question I have, because we did this last year in Columbus, and we were talking to the outfitters there. One of the best things working for Cabelas, what is it?
Well, it helps with the discount to help get more into it, and then you get to see, working back here in the archery department for me, I get to see all the new stuff that's coming out and make sure I get everything up to date.
So it's being like first in line.
Yeah.
There you go.
You get to play with the new gear in the back before everybody in the public gets to see it and try it out. And that's something about Cabelas, making sure that their employees are experienced and knowledgeable about their products before they put it out there. I mean, I think that's a good thing, that you can go into a department and ask somebody something. I mean, you and I, we kind of generally help out around the store.
Yeah, we generally.
And we know a little bit about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't know a lot about specific things throughout the store. So they just kind of use this word here and there. And when we don't know, we come to you guys and
That's
ask.
right.
It's like, okay, hey, what about this trail camera? We had one today. A guy is asking about if it was compatible with a phone. Does it, send wirelessly? And I found one, but I didn't know a lot about it because I don't use it. But you guys, bang, you come right up with the answer, and that helps us out too.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for sitting down here for a few minutes talking about what you do here and your passion for archery. And you know what? Thanks for helping spread the good word about archery in the outdoors. We appreciate you having you on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's what I like about this place.
Isn't it?
Good people.
Good people, good
Knowledgeable.
outfitters for this company that we seem to work for. And you know what? That's the most important thing, is most of these outfitters that we've come across, knowledgeable.
Yeah, you know what? And they put them in the department they know the most about. She's into hunting. She's not an expert at hunting, but she's a knowledgeable shooter.
And they recognize that on her
competition
resume,
shooter. Yeah.
and got her as quickly as possible.
So, you've got somebody that's very knowledgeable back there that can actually put a bow together, get it set up, get somebody shooting, and coach them along and get them out the door with some good gear.
Absolutely, and that's definitely an advantage for Cabelas.
Yeah, I've been to other places, and it's just you get the run of the mill,
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that product's over there.
Yep. What does it do? I don't know.
Yeah, it's that's the thing I like about this. If you got a question about something, if somebody that you ask doesn't know, they get somebody who does know.
Yep,
So-
exactly.
So good weekend.
Absolutely, I think so.
Yeah. Anything going on?
This coming week, gosh, it's August.
It is. It's August. Yeah. When this show comes out Monday morning, it's going to be August.
Wow.
Where did the year go?
Dude, I don't know. It seems like we were just talking Happy New Year.
I know it. And, I've been up working on my hunting shacks, getting things ready, cutting shooting lanes.
You've been putting out some cameras, pulling pics.
It's been a busy month up north for me, with a vacation squeezed in as well. But it's been good. I've been up north a lot, and I spent a lot of time in the woods. And I'm cautiously optimistic about this season coming up.
Absolutely.
Got to get back out and start doing some more shooting with my archery gear. That's something I haven't done enough of this year. I've shot.
Well, we're
going
to change that. We got spot shooters coming up, and then we got we got some shoots maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be another busy month. I'll be at Cabelas in Dundee this coming weekend for Vortex Optics.
Yep, and we're starting that season off.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to start show season here for the month of August.
Yeah, I've got one weekend off right now.
We're going to have show season. Then we got I know we got Woods and Water in September. We've got spot shooters at the end of the month, along with Land O'Lakes.
Do you realize hunting season starts in approximately 31 days?
31 days.
Early goose season, September 1st.
September 1st, right?
Yeah.
And they lengthened that season, didn't they?
I noticed that this year. Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise. It's like, wow, we got a lot longer to be able to get out and do that.
You know what? It's kind of a surprise, but with the number of geese we're seeing,
we got a lot up north at our place.
Do you?
Yeah.
You got a lot on the pond up there?
Yeah, and then once you get that first little migration, so to speak, when they first start flying,
right.
They typically dump into our place, and then you get early goose season also. You get the locals that fly in because they know that our place doesn't get hit. It just doesn't get hunted. So
it's like a sanctuary.
It is. Well, we took care of a little bit of that last year, and hopefully this year we'll do the same.
Oh, that'd be awesome. You know what? Your boys had a good time out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Early season, so. Yeah, no, it's going to start to be a busy month. We're going to be squeezing in podcasts in amongst going places.
No doubt. We got a couple mini-casts coming up this week you don't want to miss. And something we started last week again, we've got Bobby Vargas back on with us doing PSE Tech Tips on Tuesday. And we talked a little bow fishing last week. This week we're going to have some more bow fishing coming up. So, and then leading into season throughout August and September, some good tips on getting set up, some little different things that are out of the norm that get you ready for the upcoming season.
Exactly. And you know what? And when Bobby speaks, he speaks in volumes.
Absolutely. And the guy is knowledgeable. He is so knowledgeable about archery. I just can't say enough about him and what he's done for us. So
yeah, nice
make sure
guy.
you listen to that. If you got any specific archery questions, maybe you're not getting answered somewhere, shoot us an email or put it on Facebook, and we'll email Bobby. Maybe we can get him to do a tech tip on it. If nothing else, we'll get you some info.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
All right. Anything else you want to throw in this week?
No, I think we're good. And I had a good weekend here at Cabelas.
Yep, a lot of new shooters out there from what we saw here in this area.
Which is a good sign.
All right, that'll do it for us this week, folks.
This episode was brought to you by PSE Archery,
Black Eagle Arrows,
Cabelas,
Antler Action,
Spot Shooter Archery,
Tom's Custom Turkey Calls,
Family Traditions Tree Stands,
Badass Slingshots,
and Mossy Oak.
Thanks for listening, and join us again here next week. Until then, remember, as we always like to say, if you're out on the water or in the woods, shoot straight and be safe. Until next week on the Up North Journal.